What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Well, today we officially had the version 1.05 come out, and boy oh boy did it stir up some things, huh? Well, if you guys like the channel, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell as we try to do daily content on Warpath. Stay tuned, guys. Today we finally got to see the new incorporation of the war group. As you can see behind me, we have two going on right now. We're allowed 10 out of 10 onto the war group, and a lot of people had a lot of comments about this war group. And why, do you say? Well, because the war group is not a giant rally, kind of what we thought. It is more a conglomerate of all of the troops that decide to join in with it. So as I click this and I click create, if I was to create one like this, all of the units that would join me right here will be individual units in themselves. And as you can see down here, there are 15 slots, even though at this time of the update, we're only allowed to use 10 of these slots. Now, what I did find interesting is that right here, they have an Air Force button, which I thought to myself when they did this major update, they would probably start writing the code for the Air Force. So at least, guys, we have one positive thing, is that they will probably be coming out with the Air Force pretty soon. The next thing right here, as you can see, is Army Group and Ground Forces. So you can swap back and forth between, your other units in your Army group right here. Now, you can take the units in which you have like this, and you can click join, and you can select those units, and now they're part of the overall war group. Now, the thing that many people saw and were pretty upset about was the fact that right here now, when you're on the unit, let me see if I can zoom out a little bit so you can see. Right now, all you see is the health bar up top, right? And before, the health bar was off to the side, kind of, showing you as it went down, but there was a number on here. And a lot of people use that number to be able to represent, kind of like their scout function. They knew, at 250K or 300K or 350K, what exactly was taking place inside of that unit because they had upgraded it. So it was a way for them to be able to use the number in the field to know if they could beat the unit or not beat the unit. Currently, the only thing that you do see is going to be the Roman numeral. So if I look at my overall troop right here and it says Roman numeral 9 or Roman numeral 8 or 10, that's going to tell me the power grade. However, the flaw with that is that within, let's go to our units right now. So within this power grade system right here, if I'm barely getting to 10 right here, I'm roughly at about 600K power, 575, 600K power. But once I get all the way up to here, all the way at the bottom of it maxed out, I could be anywhere from like 800K plus, So obviously, if you were in the field and you were going up against a 900K unit, you would not go up against it with, a 500K or 550K unit. Even though both yours says X or 10, you're not going to fight that unit because obviously you're going to lose. So that's why a lot of people are like, well, even though you have the power grade system showing, it's still not going to help in these upper ranks because there's too much of a power gap. And so because you can't see that number, that's really bad. So I know a lot of people are wanting to bring back that function. I did notice that, and that is kind of a hard one. The only thing I could see that they could do that would counteract that, guys, is to try to have some sort of a scout function. I don't know if the plane could even do that, but, being able to scout the unit, I would like to see, if I could scout something, it would be nice to be able to see, what parts they're rocking, what I mean, you can kind of see the commanders, but you know what I mean, more finer details other than just maybe seeing their power level with, you know, 900k. But you know, I don't know, maybe they would do a scout function later on, who knows. Only they can bring in clues about that. But that is one thing that they did. The other thing that I noticed they did is, like, over here they have these weird icons like this. So they have this battlefield. It's like a Chinese symbol up here, and it's like I don't know how to explain that. So they have your regular alliance chat, and they have the world chat or whatever, I guess, and then now they have a new battle chat, and it's just the Chinese symbol up in the thing, and people are like, I'm not sure, it's just like another version of the city chat or something. I don't know. I noticed that when I moved cities, I moved from one city to another city, I had multiple of them. It was like trying to sync or something like that. I don't know. The chats right now, a lot of people are pretty disappointed in, a lot of problems with the chat. So hopefully maybe one day they can fix some of those chat things. And the only reason I bring it up is because, like, I don't read Chinese, so I'm in America, an American game. So when I click on that symbol or whatever, other than I don't know what it represents. I don't know what it's trying to say. The other ones kind of say clearly what it is. But anyway, I noticed that was one of the changes. But yeah, the biggest part of this update was this whole army group system. And as you can see, you know, more people are joining in right here. But, you know, my ability to move everybody's troops within my control of my army group. One of the questions that a lot of people had was, is the commander like me? So, like, let's just go here and then we'll click on mine. So if I am the commander of this army group, right, guys, and I have a unit and my unit has commanders in it, is that what dictates every other march in there's power? In other words, like, is each individual march have its own officers, and those officers do their damage regardless of mine? Or am I the leading one that my research, my buffs, my everything is dictating the power of everybody else's units? That's the one thing that people kept asking me all the time. And so I wanted to show you guys really quick or whatever. So, like, if I take this guy's units right here, and this is a heavy or whatever, and I attack this right here, right? Just so you guys can see. So as you see, he has his own set of commanders, right? And it's going to fire off its skill, and it's going to have its own power. So as you can see, you know, it didn't do all that well. So I just wanted to show you guys it's not really dependent. Let me get rid of this one real quick. Anyway, so as you can see, though, it wasn't my officers. It wasn't my research. It wasn't my power or anything. It was literally this guy's units doing everything. Like, even now he's healing. And that's based upon, you know, what he has or whatever. So, I hope that answers some of you guys' questions. So to me, the only thing that this really does, in essence, is it allows people that might be offline and not online to join another person's group while they're killing bunkers, killing, you know, ravens and stuff like that, or maybe fighting and you can't be on, so you lend him your troops to do as he wishes. Other than that, there really isn't any special buff or anything for people of lesser power to be able to come into the rally or the war group or army group and make a huge difference. Before, I was thinking to myself that they would have it to where people could join and the person who is leading would have the main power. So you could have a real powerful player and use other people that aren't that powerful to the army group. And that's definitely not the case as of right now. But yeah, so anyway, that is a little bit about the army group and some things to help answer some of the questions that some people asked me about. Other than the new army group and the new chats, a lot of the other updates were somewhat mild, being they took away the color option of doing your name so that they would be more streamlined within the chats. They updated some packages. They also did this within the alliances with the ranking system so that you could see how you ranked within your alliance as well. And that pretty much concludes the update. So if you guys would, please leave a comment down below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends, and let's give the developers some feedback so that they can make the game better. All right, thanks, guys.